My name is Shelby, and I wanted to make this video as my very first video going through my dental hygiene journey. So, tell by this title, I recently just got accepted into my college dental hygiene program, which is super exciting. I start in about a month. Every school is a little bit different. Everybody's application process is a little bit different. My school, I don't know if this is every school, but my school has this like policy where you can only apply to the program twice, and if you don't get in your second time, they make you choose something else. So if I didn't get into dental hygiene, my second option was going to be rad tech, like a radiology person. So but I was really hoping to get into dental hygiene. So I don't know if every college is like that, but I did find it very nerve-wracking that you can only apply twice, because in my mind I would think, okay, if I did not get in the first time, like when they go through the application process, they told us that like 108 people applied to our program and only 38 get in. So the chances aren't even half. They're not even 40%. They're like in the 30% of the chance to get into my program. So very nerve-wracking. Go ahead and get all of your prereqs done. So this would be your biologies, your chemistries, your English courses, and I'm pretty sure you have to have a math as well. And get all of those out of the way. I don't even think you can apply until you have your prereqs done. My college also does graduation credits. My other college did as well. I actually was originally a early childhood education major, and then I decided that that just was not for me, and then I wanted to do dental hygiene. I always wanted to do dental hygiene, like literally since I was 12, but it was never like set in stone, this is what I'm 100% gonna do. I was very open to options. I could see myself doing a lot of different things, so it was really hard for me to decide just one pinpointed thing. But I do remember when I was 12 years old, like walking into the dentist's office and absolutely loving it. I'm like, wow, this is a really good like potential thing that I might want to do. So my graduation credits were my anatomy 1 and 2, which I completed. Praying for anybody in anatomy 2. Actually praying for anybody in anatomy in general, because that was the hardest college course that I ever took. And I took both chemistries, and I feel like I hear that either you are good at chemistry or you're good at anatomy. It's very hard to like find somebody that like actually likes both or did well in both, but we'll get into all that, whatever. So I took anatomy, both of them. I took sociology, psychology, English composition, and public speaking. I took that class, and also I had to take my microbiology. I already took microbiology before at my other school, but since it was not microbiology for health professionals, it did not count. So that was a bummer, and I was very sad that that did not count, but it is what it is. So definitely have very good communication with your advisor. Don't just sign up for classes, because you could be in the boat where I am, where you already took microbiology, but it was not microbiology for health professionals, so it does not count. So that is the very first thing that you guys should do, is go ahead and get your prereqs done and your graduation credits done. Getting your graduation credits done is going to actually, one, put you a little bit further in the application process, because you don't have to work on as much. They're going to be willing to accept you first, because you know, when you're in a line of 108 students, they might not pick somebody else because, oh, they still have like 5 or 6 classes that they need to do on top of their dental like schoolwork. So it makes sense. Some people can do it, but you know, in my mind, it would make most sense to pick somebody that's already had all those classes complete. So get all those done. You'll be grateful for it later, because you're already going to be so stressed, is what I've heard, and you're going to be so overwhelmed. The last thing that you want to do is add more coursework than you have to. The second thing that my college required us to do was to job shadow. So yeah, we had to job shadow 2 separate dental offices for 4 hours each, and that is a long time. You don't think that, oh, I just have to go job shadow twice. Like 4 hours to sit behind like a dental hygienist, because you can't do anything. You can't like help them clean teeth. Like, at least where I job shadowed, I wasn't helping in any way, you know, like I wasn't, I mean, you're not allowed, you know, legally you're not allowed to like help with x-rays, you're not allowed to get in there and scrape some calculus off, like you're just not going to do that. So they literally, both places I job shadowed at, pulled a chair behind the dental hygienist, and I just sat there and I watched them do different things and ask them a bunch of questions. And the ladies that I did job shadow were so nice and so helpful. And also, even if your college does not recommend you job shadowing, go ahead and do it. Sign up for it. There's nothing bad that can come out of it. You know, you just wake up on a Friday morning. Some offices are open on Saturday. Sign up for a Saturday, call and just see if anybody's willing to let you job shadow. And one, like, I think once I graduate, I already have those two places that I job shadowed in the back of my mind. And when I job shadowed, I got to see the work environment. I got to see, you know, what was different about the two, private practice versus corporate companies. I got to see like the front desk and like, were they, you know, a little bit grouchy? Did they not have their caffeine in the morning yet? Or were they super like excited to like see people, or like how they interacted with each other? And I got to see, honestly, like, this sounds crazy, but this is the great thing about job shadowing. I got to see like break rooms, and I will be honest, some of like the dental hygiene break rooms are nasty. Like, when I went to one of the places I job shadowed, it was like food was everywhere, like fast food was everywhere, and it just was a hot mess. And I was like, who cleans this? Is it like the dental assistants? It's obviously not the dental hygienist. Is it like a group, like you have a facility Friday where everybody comes in and cleans? I don't know. But when I job shadowed, I got to see, you know, behind closed doors, like what dental offices are about. I actually had great experiences at both of the offices that I had, but I don't know, it was just cool to like get to see people and how they interact and things that I did like, things that I didn't like. And I don't know, when I graduate, those places might be potential places that I want to interview at. So go ahead and job shadow. I don't think there's anything bad about it. And my college required me to have 2 8-hour separate locations, so I did that. So that also, you had to have that. Or this was another thing that you could do for my dental application, was you could do one job shadow for 4 hours and then also go to the dental hygiene clinic and get your teeth done by a student. And so that's what I did as well. So you only had to have 2 job shadows, but if you got your teeth cleaned by a dental student, then you got to add another point to your application. So anything extra that you can do, whether it, like, my advice is if they require you to do 2 job shadows, go ahead and do 3 or 4. Or, you know, if they have a clinic that's open and you have the availability, go ahead and go in, just walk around the facility, or like ask somebody to give you a tour. Or, you know, everybody's always looking for patients, so go ahead and sign up, get familiar with some of the girls and or guys, I don't know who's in your program or whatever, but I really liked doing that as well. And I don't know, I got to like see where the clinic was. So like my first day of orientation, like if we go there, it won't be like my very first time. It takes a little bit of the stress out of it. So yeah, whatever they require you to do 1 or 2 more things on top of that. What else? So the next thing that we had to do was an essay response. And so I'm actually going to tell you guys a little bit of what was on my essay that we had to do. So some places where you're going to apply will have you do an interview. And so if that is your case, it might be smart for you to look up interview questions, get yourself familiar with, you know, what are potential questions they might ask you. My dental hygiene school did not require us to do an interview, which I am grateful for. That sounds very stress inducing, but you know, if you have to do it, you get it done and it's fine. But 3 of the first questions that they asked us is like, what are 3 experiences that led you to want to go into the dental hygiene field or the dental profession? And my answers, I did not, like, this actually kind of stumped me, because I was like, you know, not everybody comes out of the womb wanting to, like, I don't know if you can hear that. I live by a train, so you might be able to hear the train. Not everybody comes out of the womb, you know, wanting to brush teeth and like scrape off calculus, you know, so everybody's thing is a little bit different, or everybody doesn't have the passion right away because we've never done this. You don't know if it's a passion or not. But they asked, what are 3 experiences that led you to the dental profession? And one thing for me was I work with really small parts at work, and I use a microscope. And obviously in the dental field, you wear loupes, and loupes are kind of like magnifying glasses, or like not microscopes, but like little magnifying glasses on top of your frames, and it helps you see teeth. And so for me, the job that I currently was in, I was like, oh, like I really don't mind this. I'm a very crafty person. I like to do crafts. My love language is like gift giving, so I'm always like creating something for somebody, or you know, whatever. And so for me, like in my essay response, I put, you know, I work with microscopes all day. I work on really small parts. In the dental field, individuals wear loupes. Loupes are small magnifying glasses that are placed onto a pair of glasses to help the dental professional pay close attention to what they are working on. Since I enjoy working with microscopes at my current job, I know that I will have an easier time adjusting to wearing loupes. So that was one of my responses to my essay response. Yeah. Another essay or like interview question they can ask you is like, are you aware of the time like this program will take? Like, are you mentally prepared for that? Are you financially prepared for that? I think that is a huge thing for people of why they don't go, is because one, it is a financial investment. I was gonna say burden, it's an investment. But you know, people make it work. You can take out loans, you can save, you can do different things, and everybody's story is different, and somebody else has always had it harder than you. You're gonna have to plan differently than other people. You know, some people are married and they have a spouse that can support them financially. Some people have a spouse and their spouse can't support them financially. Some people still live at home, some people don't. Some people are single moms, some people, you know, everybody's got a different story, and we all have a different journey and a path of how we're gonna make it out of this thing. So yeah, that was just one of my interview questions of like, how are you guys going to plan? How are you guys like, are you aware of that? When I took a CPR class 2 weeks ago, I actually met a girl who is in my program, and she has a 1-month-old baby. And that actually is one of my biggest fears, is like getting pregnant. Like I literally, before I even applied, I was like, worst case scenario, if I get pregnant, I have from this month to this month, and then I would have like 3 months to recover, and then, you know, apply. Hopefully I got in, but they get it done. Single moms do it. There are people that get pregnant and that are in the program. There are people that have babies, toddlers, you know, 15-year-olds. Like everybody's story is so different. But when I met that girl in CPR class, I literally almost got whiplash from how fast my neck turned. I was like, what? Like she has a 1-month-old, but she's gonna kill it. She's gonna work hard, and she literally was doing what she needed to do to like have the career and have the future that she wanted for herself. And like that is gonna be her biggest motivator, is her daughter, you know? So I think it is so cool, just the lengths that people are willing to go to like fight for what they want. It was really cool meeting her, and it also like just humbled me in the sense of like, yes, somebody always has it harder for you, but you just gotta plan, and sometimes the timing just doesn't make sense, which is okay. But that just was one of the interview questions. All of that to say, be prepared for something like that, like, because it is financially challenging. It can be. I am going to be able to work a little bit part-time, and so that is something that like my husband and I have talked about. I've talked over with work, and as of right now, because I took all of those graduation credits, I'm able to have a smaller course load than maybe somebody else in the program. So I don't know, everybody's a little bit different. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I can like give advice. And if you don't get in the first time, give yourself grace. There really are such a small amount of people that they can accept because they only have a certain amount of chairs. Like in my opinion, I don't know if this is true or not, but I think it is harder to get into dental hygiene school than it would to be to get into nursing school, because nursing school, they can accept a lot more students per semester. And so if you get accepted in, it is something you have to be extremely proud of, and honestly don't take it for granted, because like, if I didn't get in, which I honestly did not know what to expect. I did not know if I was going to get in the first time, because my GPA was not a 4.0. My GPA was a 3.7. And so I did not know if I was going to get accepted in the first time or not. And you know, with only 38 students getting accepted, like 10 of them can be straight A students that have 4.0s, like, and that makes my chance only 28, you know. So there's so many just different factors. Just give yourself grace if you don't get in the first time, you know. Reevaluate, you know, do extra, go above and beyond, get more of those classes done, retake classes. My cat is acting crazy. I don't know where she is. But, you know, if you score low, like if you passed with a C-, right, you might be able to graduate still, but you can definitely take that course again, which nobody wants to do that. So I don't even want to recommend that, but you know, take the course again, try to get a better grade in it, and that might help you out in the long run as well. So all of that to say, I wish everybody the best of luck. I hope to record more videos in the long run of just my journey. Hopefully I don't like chicken out, or like, I don't know, I think it's always nerve-wracking like making videos, because like a lot of people don't make videos because they're afraid of like, oh, like what if somebody I know finds out about them, or like what if my classmates watch my videos. If my classmates watch my videos, hello. Just don't make fun of me. I'm already an anxious person. Just be nice to me. I don't want to be made fun of. But I don't know, I love watching YouTube videos on my free time, and I think it would be so fun just to like look back. Here comes my cat. What up, girl? This is Lucy, my little kitty cat. She's gonna jump right back up here. Oh no, she's not. If you guys can see her over there in the window, she really is crazy. All of that to say, I've always loved watching YouTube videos, and I think a lot of people don't watch them, or like don't create them, because of the fear of like other people finding out about it, or like making fun of them, or you know, whatever. Which, do what you want to do. I think it would be so fun just to see how much I've grown, see my struggles throughout it, and just encourage other people. You know, that's all the goal. So all of that to say, I will probably make another video soon. But yeah, that's just how I got in on my first time. Did my essays, did my prereqs, did my graduation credits, did my job shadows. I went and got my teeth cleaned by the actual dental hygienist in the clinic. And yeah, I prayed a lot too. I was like, Lord, please let me get in. But I'm super, super excited. And yeah, hopefully the next video will be something else. I don't know what else I would film, but I'm gonna go get my loops in a couple of weeks, so maybe that's something I might be able to record a couple of small clips of just trying out loops and all of that. But yeah, I will hopefully see you guys in the next video.